Welcome to the Mizzle Dub Show, where they know sports. If you wanna know about sports, this is where you go. Welcome to the Mizzle Dub Show, where they know sports. If you wanna know about sports, this is where you go.
First down, touchdown. First down, touchdown. Yeah. 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 Touchdown. Yeah. Touchdown. Yeah. Touchdown. Yeah.
Well, sheesh. A lot has happened since the last time we have came on the air in the wide world of sports. My goodness.
Yeah, it's been a while, but when life hits you, you make decisions of what's more important.
Yeah, but no, this is not a night owl edition, and no, this is not the anniversary edition. But the anniversary edition will come up soon. May come sooner than you think, but this week or this weekend we will have our anniversary show. Wow. Hard to believe it's already been 5 years since we decided to do this thing that is the Mizzle and Dub show. But again, as we have been saying for these last 5 years, we appreciate everyone that has been rocking with us. If you've been with us since day one, we appreciate it. If you just hopped on the train, we appreciate it. But nonetheless, just grateful for all the support that we have gotten from what the support we knew we were going to have, and from others that have joined us on this 5-year journey. We greatly appreciate it, and we say thank you.
Indeed.
Thank you. And as Paul Heyman says, we're just getting started, bitches.
And that's not a prediction.
That's a spoiler.
You damn right.
But we've crowned some champions over the past few weeks that we've been gone. The Thunder claiming their first title as the Thunder, second overall in the franchise history, which is unfortunate because for Tyrese Halliburton, who injured himself in Game 7, we pretty much knew what was going to happen after that.
Honestly, I think the Pacers win if Halliburton stays healthy.
The game was close when he got hurt, and then the Thunder did what they were supposed to do, eventually pull away. But I mean, it's a big possibility, and now because of that, now Miles Turner has now joined the Bucks in Milwaukee. As mainly this will be about NBA free agency, but just to recap what has happened, we saw the DC Defenders win the UFL championship. Obviously, the Thunder winning the championship in the NBA. Obviously, SGA completing the gauntlet of winning regular season MVP, Finals MVP, yada yada yada. And then he gets a very nice payday extension by the Thunder. Gets a max deal. We also saw the LSU Tigers once again winning their second College World Series championship in 3 years, ending the 26 game winning streak of Coastal Carolina. Congrats again to the Bayou Bengals. As once again the SEC just continues to be that conference. Doesn't matter what sport it's in. We just had the NBA draft. Cooper Flagg, no surprise, going to the Dallas Mavericks as the number 1 pick. Not surprising at all, but
goddamn Blue Devil.
Yeah, that was about to happen. But some interesting trades. A lot of trades on draft day, and even the Warriors.
Even
making some moves. I like the kid from Florida, of course, coming off the national championship. He certainly will help the Warriors. The Knicks, after fumbling, finally decided on a head coach and hiring former 2-time Coach of the Year.
I like
Mike
it.
Brown.
Just get out of his way and let him coach. The Knicks might actually get farther than what they got. And I guarantee you, Mike Brown won't overuse his players like Tibbs did. Yeah. There will be in a rotation.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, you might complain about how he coaches you and practices, but you guys will be winners, i.e., I guess these youngsters don't want to practice nowadays. They just want to show up, shoot the ball around, and think that's good enough.
That's not how this works.
No, no.
Certainly not in the NBA.
They would never want me to be a coach.
Oh no. You would have them boys running suicides like crazy. But hey, and it's on a shirt on our merch shop. What do we know?
Not a damn thing.
But
speaking of that, we might have a new rail shirt popping up here pretty soon. So stay tuned for that. And again, if anyone of those that are watching or whoever will watch, if you purchased a 10 Forever t-shirt, thank you. Thank you. I will get Declan to come on here to stay tuned for a thank you message from him. But you guys really went out there and did some stuff. We really appreciate it. Like, I don't care if you don't buy the Mizzle and Dub merch, whatever. But get that 10 Forever.
But we appreciate it if you do, though. Don't get it twisted.
I mean, but I'm not going to twist your arm. But I will twist your arm to get that 10 Forever stuff because that goes to.
Which also, there might be some more 10 Forever merchandise coming soon. But, of course, before I do that, the proper people have to counsel first before we can give it a go. So stay tuned for that, folks. But so far, it looked like it may get some approval. So we'll keep you posted and stay tuned for that. Yeet. And also, Sean Puffy Combs gets away the big charges, but he still got found guilty on two. But we'll see what happens.
House arrest, and house arrest because his money's gonna get him house arrest. Crying shame.
There you go. But that still does not change the fact that Diddy is a convicted felon. So, be it as it may. And that's all we're going to talk about as far as that goes.
A double geek to that.
Because Lord knows I'm tired of hearing about it.
Done.
But anyhow, NBA free agency off to a very raucous start. Just even got some more news today about free agents going to places. So as I pull up the NBA track,
and you know what? I like that move for the Lakers.
DeAndre Ayton,
they might can get the best out of him if like you said, stay healthy, follow in the role, and use him as a big man. Don't let him be in B. Please don't let him be in B.
Well, again, I mean, like I said, he's
Am I
averaging
for the Lakers.
Yeah, you might need to take a swig of that. So yes, 2-year deal for DeAndre Ayton. Spencer Dinwiddie going to the Hornets on 1-year deal. Dante Exum is going back to Dallas for a 1-year deal. Dame, who was of course going to miss most of the season anyway with an Achilles, released by the Bucks.
He ain't hurting because they still got to pay him a nice penny for the last 3 years of that contract.
Bucks got to hold on to that. The Nuggets trade for Jonas Valanciunas, and Dario Saric goes to Sacramento. Jacob Patoli is staying in Toronto 4 years, $104 million. Duncan Robinson leaving Miami to go to Detroit 3 years, $48 million deal. Tim Hardaway Jr. is now leaving Detroit, going to Denver on a 1-year deal.
Ooh.
Milwaukee is
trading their bench so good.
Yeah, that's going to help their scoring off the bench for big time. That's for sure.
Big time. Yeah.
Milwaukee is trading Pat Connaughton to Charlotte for Vasa Micic and 2 second-round picks in 31 and 32. Yabusele is going to the Knicks, 2 years,
and Philly just went up 2-1.
Wow, the Phillies, yes. Larry Nance Jr. going back to Cleveland, where he played for 4 seasons. Trey Mann returning to Charlotte, 3 years, $24 million. Jericho Sims, 2-year deal to stay in Milwaukee. I am not even trying to pronounce this name, but Sandro from Toronto agrees to a 2-year deal, $5.5 million.
You gotta give it a shot, man. If we're gonna be sportscasters, man, we got at least we names will get butchered. We just gotta find a way to let us know how to pronounce it right.
Mamu Clay Asalivi, first name Sandro, resigning in Toronto. Eric Gordon is staying in Philadelphia, 1-year minimum deal. Milwaukee adding Gary Harris. Clippers waiving Drew Eubanks, but did sign Brook Lopez to give the Clippers a very formidable
That's
front
huge.
court in Zubats and Brook Lopez at the center spot.
You don't like
James
that.
Harden. I don't know why the Clippers paid him this money, but they're going to pay him this money
To
stay.
be regular season team. We've mentioned this. To be a regular season team. If they cared about winning the playoffs, he would be gone.
I will say this though, Jaren Jackson Jr. just got a nice payday from the Memphis Grizzlies, 5 years worth $240 million.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Also, Mr. Randall got himself a nice extension, 3 years,
Well deserved.
to
Well
stay in
freaking
Minnesota.
deserved.
Denver trading Michael Porter Jr. to get Cam Johnson. Dorian Finney-Smith leaving the Rockets to go to Houston, 4 years, $53 million. Hawks add Alexander Walker, Nikolai Alexander Walker for 4 years, $62 million. Clint Capella, who I wanted the Warriors to get, but he goes back to Houston, a 3-year deal worth $21.5 million. Luke Kennard, 1-year deal, 3-point specialist to play for Atlanta. D'Angelo Russell joining the Mavericks, 2 years, $13 million. Jordan Clarkson will sign with the Knicks. That will help the Knicks bench big time. Gary Trent Jr. will remain in Milwaukee, 2 years, $7.5 million. Taurean Prince staying in Milwaukee, 2 years, $7 million. Bruce Brown is heading back to the Nuggets. Memphis is bringing back Santi Alamada, the center for Grizzlies. Josh Minott, 2-year deal to go to Boston. Jake LaRavia is signing a 2-year deal with the Lakers. And Robert Pumley going to the Hornets. Ty Jerome going to the Grizzlies. Carius LeVert, 2 years, $29 million to go to Detroit. And Kevin Porter Jr. heading back to Milwaukee, 2 years, $11 million. Free agent Trendon Watford inks a 2-year deal to Philadelphia. And center Luke Cornett going to the Spurs, 4 years, $41 million. Paul Reed and Detroit, 2 years, $11 million. And Bobby Portis, one of the best benchmen in the NBA, got a nice deal from Milwaukee to stay put in Milwaukee, 3 years, $44 million. Jay Williams to an extension, 3 years, $24 million. Trey Jones returned to Chicago, 3 years, $24 million. Tyrus Jones, 1 year, $7 million with Orlando. Luke Garza, 2 years with the Celtics, $5.5 million. Cam Spencer going back to Memphis, 4.5 years, $2 million. And the Suns have added Euro League MVP Nigel Hayes-Davis, who played at Wisconsin collegiately, agreed to the Finals League. And this one really hurts the heart, but I totally understand why. But after 10 years, Kevon Looney heading his way to New Orleans, ending his 10-year career with the Warriors. But I will say this. He may not get a statue and all that. He may not get his number retired, but to us Warrior fans, Kevon Looney was a key, pivotal glue guy for the Warriors. And we have said this multiple times on this show. Him, Andrew Wiggins, Jordan Poole, the 2021-2022 championship banner does not get hung in chase without those 3 men. Because
we
what
don't
Looney
beat Boston
did
without them.
Yeah, what Looney did in that finals and in the playoffs, just getting big rebounds, playing key defense, getting key baskets here and there.
And actually playing some good defense on Tatum.
Yes.
On the switches, he played good defense on Tatum. So yeah.
So Kevon Looney, definitely an all-time Warrior. Certainly will be missed. Yeah. But this also could be the time for TDJ, Trace Jackson Davis, to get his shine, and definitely and definitely do some things for the Warriors. But it just sucks to see
a staple
go. Dennis Schroeder keeps getting paid. He gets a 3-year, $45 million deal to go to Sacramento to play with the Kings. We'll see how that goes. Okay. So JJ Barrera, who helped the Mavericks win a title in 2011,
JJ.
is going to join the Nuggets coaching staff as a top assistant on David Allman's coaching staff.
God, he was a pest.
Oh yeah, Miami. He was
JJ
giving
Barrera
Miami
was a pest.
He was
Just
giving
a pest.
Miami fits.
Yeah,
Of course,
agreed.
JJ Barrera comes from the native of Puerto Rico. Of course, once Rick Carlisle made that switch and put JJ in the lineup next to Jason Kidd and not not Dwight Stevenson, that changed everything for Dallas in that series in 2011, and of
Agreed.
course made LeBron and the Heatles lose their first time go around in the finals.
Yes, and let's also throw this out there real quick. If you are viewing us on our Facebook pages and you're going to make a comment, it won't come through because we have not made our Facebook public, which I don't understand why it has to be public. If you're our friends, you should be able to talk. I'm very skeptical about making my Facebook public because a lot of people don't need to see what's on my page. And we have what we call stalkers.
Yes.
I don't need that. So if you are watching us, slide on over to our YouTube page and you can comment there. But as of right now, there will be no Facebook comments being shown.
Mainly because we can't show it. So if you make comment, we'll just have to read it out loud for the rest.
Yes, we will view it. Like I'm on the page now. If anybody makes a comment, I will read it. So there it is.
Well, KB, I appreciate it because trying to pronounce that name is you could get me to say that 3 times fast. For real. But well, but you know what though? We are in July, and you know what that means, folks? That means training camp in the NFL starts this month. This is the
last month without football.
And that makes Mizzle very, very happy.
Did you hear what I just said? For those that didn't hear in the back. And I haven't even seen, my mood has been going up and down. Normally when this comes around, I put the Tom Brady jumping up and down, talk about this is the last month of football or, some kind of thing. But I just haven't been myself lately. Getting there. As KB said, it sounded like you pronounced it right, brother.
Appreciate you, KB.
What's good, brother? You ready for some damn football? Oh, I'll ask that question. I know you are.
You know he is. Which, by the way, folks, kudos to the... Hold on. Be quiet. Stop it.
Who are we giving kudos to?
No, there was an article that I posted earlier.
Already know.
From The Athletic.
You already know.
In regards to the Professional Women's Baseball League giving tryouts at Nationals Park. I want to say later on this month. I could be wrong.
But there's a professional ladies baseball league, and I'm just
women's pro baseball league to hold its first ever tryouts in the month of August. So, to those ladies that have the desire to perhaps be a professional ball player, which I know
I'm just now finding out about this.
Hey, it popped up on the other leg. I'm like, oh, you know what? Let me
I would watch.
So
I would support and watch.
Heck, I would commentate if they want commentators. I will commentate some women's baseball. I'm just saying. Heck, they might could probably swing the bat better than these major leaguers that are swinging the bat right now. Good Lord,
brother! I was gonna probably say there's a lot more probably passion in the women's baseball than.
I believe Mom could be a coach.
Oh shit.
She could probably coach the ladies. I'm trying to.
Nah, I can see a lot of stairs being ran.
Oh yeah. Well, it apparently looks that way, cuz.
I will watch both. Excuse me. I will watch both. Don't give them which route it is.
Yes. So, this is reported by Camille Hickson from The Athletic. He said, hundreds of women will assemble in Washington, D.C. next month for a chance to play professional baseball in the U.S. for the first time in decades. The Women's Pro Baseball League, the WPBL, will hold tryouts at Nationals Park and Nationals Youth Baseball Academy August 22nd through the 25th. The league announced more than 600 people have registered to take part, so that's good.
Let's
go.
So
the first part of the trials will be held at the Nationals Youth Baseball Academy on August 24th or August 22nd through the 24th, which includes drills and performance testing. A team led by former Team USA baseball member Alex Hugo will evaluate players and make the cuts. Then on August 25th, Nationals Park will host live gameplay where final cuts will be made to determine the 150 players eligible for the draft, which will happen in the fall. So, um, the WPBL aims to launch in the summer of 2026, starting with 6 teams, and would be the first women's professional baseball league in the U.S. since, of course, the All American Girls Baseball League, which existed from 1953 or 1943 to 1954. And for those that don't know, that is what made the classic movie A League of Their Own
A
with
League of
Rose
Their Own.
McDonald and Madonna, Tom Hanks. There's no crying in
There's
baseball.
no crying baseball.
Yes, so
There's no cry-
that's where that happens, and of course Gina Davis doing the splits and making the catch, playing catcher. But yes, so last month, Athletes
it.
Unlimited Softball League, a new professional MLB-backed softball league, began its inaugural season. Hugo, who played softball at the University of Georgia and Kansas, said there will now be opportunities for both women in sports. Softballs have their roots. They're creating routes for us, says Hugo. There's been so many people who wanted to do this for a long time. Like I said, I mean, there are some great boy. One of the greatest softball pitchers I ever saw happened to go to our alma mater, and that was one Alicia Hollowell, who eventually went on to the University of Arizona and helped the Wildcats win a national championship. She would have thrived. Yeah, she would have thrived in a league like this because certainly when me, Mizzle, and KB went to Fairfield High, the Fairfield High softball team was as good as it gets.
Amazing.
They're always contending for league every year, always contending for sections every year. I mean,
my cousin made the softball squad for Fairfield High too.
Our era, Fairfield Falcons softball had some very, very good teams. I'm telling you. And I know a lot of them probably could have played in this league if the opportunity presented itself back then for them. I'm just telling you. But that's fucking great to watch, and I hope that it'll be on TV to where we can watch because I'd certainly be watch because I enjoy watching the college women's softball World Series on when they have their stuff going on in Oklahoma City. So it's definitely all good from there. All right, so the Giants can't buy a damn hit.
So glad that July is here.
Yeah, because June was very, to quote our favorite baseball movie, very shitty.
98 to 02 squad.
Yeah. Those squads were squads were absolute fire.
Fantastic.
They could pitch and they could rake. Good lord. There was some early morning baseball that went on this afternoon. A lot of
the A's still getting their asses whipped.
A lot of doubleheaders,
like the Giants.
That part, they need something. But right now, the Rays beat the A's 6-5. Red Sox beat the Reds 5-3. A rematch of the '75 World Series. Second game of the doubleheader between the Mets and the Brewers in Queens. I mean. Now, granted, the Giants are not getting that much publicity because the Mets have been just as bad, if not worse. But because they're New York, they get the more burn on the news, so that's good for us, bad for them. Game 2 of the doubleheader, there it's scoreless in the second. They lost the first game of the doubleheader 7-2 as it was rained down yesterday. The Tigers continue to be the best record in the American League. They won Game 1 of the doubleheader against the Nationals 11-2. Padres beat the Phillies in Game 1 of the doubleheader 6-4. Pirates shut out the Cardinals 5-0. And currently the Braves and the Angels in Atlanta scoreless in the first. Yankees and Blue Jays, they just got underway in Toronto, Ontario. That's scoreless. Red Sox, Reds, part 2 of the doubleheader, scoreless in the first. Twins and Marlins tied at 1 in the third. In the second in D.C., the Nationals up 2-0 on the Tigers. And in the top of the fifth in doubleheader game 2, Philadelphia is up 2-1 over San Diego. And, of course, in the nightcap, it is Cubs, Guardians on ESPN, Diamondbacks and Giants in the desert, Orioles and Rangers in Texas, Rockies and Astros in the Rocky Mountains, Royals and Mariners in Seattle, and I would say go White Sox, but fat chance of happening because they're playing that doggone team in blue. However, if we're looking at standings in Major League Baseball, the Tigers and the Dodgers.
Question:
Yes.
When a doubleheader happens,
Yes.
do they make the fans leave the first game, and then the people
if it's a day night doubleheader, I would say yes, but if it's a doubleheader and it's like they take about 30 minutes, no, they don't make the fans leave.
So what about the person that might have bought that ticket that fan is sitting in game one?
Now, normally what they do is if you have a ticket from the game that's rained out, they will honor that. And I think you get to stay for both games. Now, again, don't hold me to that.
That's what I was thinking.
Don't hold me to that. But I think that's what they do. Now, if I ever run into a ticket box office person, I would probably be like, you know what? How do they do that or not?
That isn't. It just I don't know. That's just a random thing that just popped up.
No. But it's a good question. Hey, Michael, how you doing?
Hey, what's going on, brother? I hope all has been going well with you.
I also forgot that Florida Panthers, back-to-back Stanley Cup champions. Congratulations to them. EJ, sorry, cuz.
I mean, you know what? No, they sucked. Like, they just flat out sucked that series. This series looked worse than the first time they met each other.
Which, by the way, best wishes to Clayton Clark as she missed her 4th straight game with an injury. Hopefully she can get back on the court.
Yeah.
Because that would be greatly needed for her.
I mean, what we holding on to, cuz
what are we holding on to?
Y'all had chances. Y'all let leads go.
Not the worst, he says. A lot of upsets over there in jolly old London in Wimbledon as a whole. Oh, congratulations, Jacob Wilson. Jacob Wilson has just been announced as an all-star starter in the All-Star game for the A's, becoming the first A's rookie to do so. So congrats, Jacob Wilson.
So even with them sucking, there's still some bright spots on the team.
Oh, Jacob
somebody's
Wilson
been looking at.
Yeah, Jacob Wilson.
Oh yeah.
Well, I mean, Jacob Wilson and Tyler Strodinson, for one, have been two very good players, and Nick Kurtz, since he's got the call up from Vegas, which I saw him in Vegas, and Nick Kurtz has a lot of power, and it's opposite. It's off field power. He can go out the opposite way. He can go out to dead central, and I really dislike saying this about the A's because they do this all the time. They put together a great nucleus,
talent, and then trade it away
and get rid of all of it. Mm-hmm. Another reason why I can't stand John Fisher as owner of the Athletics. It just sucks balls. But yeah, a lot of upsets in a woman. Yes, it is. It is the Batcave, Mr. Franklin. Yes, indeed. Well, Franklin Steelers making some moves, adding Jonnu Smith to the fold.
Jalen Ramsey
and Mr. Ramsey.
Although I don't know if I'd have traded Mika.
Yeah, I don't know if I would have got rid of Mika Fitzpatrick.
I don't know if I'd have done that.
He won't get his jersey retired, but he will.
No, but he's
Dub Nation will appreciate him at every reunion that there is from here on out. That man will get a rousing ovation every time he returns to Chase Center because that man played a huge part. He was a part of 3 of the 4. But like I said, him, Jordan Poole, and Andrew Wiggins, we do not hang up that banner in 2022 without those 3 because we knew Wardell was going to be Wardell. We knew Draymond was going to be Draymond. But specifically what Looney, Poole, and Wiggins did in that playoff run, the Warriors don't get Wardell and Dre and Clay and Iggy their 4th ring without what those 3 did during that 21-22 playoff run. I'm just, I'm calling it like I'm calling it.
Yeah, you ain't lying.
But, yeah, a whole lot of trades going down. And even with the crap that the Giants have been playing, they're going to bring back Bob Melvin in 2026. So for those thinking that he was going to get fired, nope, he'll be back in 2026.
Yep.
Sharks give a 3-year extension to William
They've
Eklund.
been the Sharks was making some moves too.
They have been. Now we can finally talk about it. Oh, Gold Cup semifinals. USA is up 2-0 on Guatemala right now.
Oh, nice.
And then the other Gold Cup final, or other Gold Cup semifinal, it has Mexico against Honduras. So you possibly could get a Mexico USA Gold Cup finals. And you know what the messed up part is? Mexico and Honduras, they're playing tonight at Jeans Stadium in Great America.
Interesting.
I just dropped a new Coke Zero, but it's a powder. Oh, Brandon. Oh, Lord. Lord, Lord, Lord.
It's a possibility.
Hey.
It could be.
Um,
Well, it
a
depends on
full,
if
a,
they
a,
trade
a,
if
a
they trade for
full,
Giannis.
a full rebuild. No. Joe Lacob is trying to milk everything he possibly can to try to get Wardell that one for the thumb. Like I said, would I like Giannis on the team? Yes. If it's costing me my depth, you can shove it up your ass. And that's as Brandon, I don't like you right now. That's something Scott McCorkle would say. That is definitely a Scott McCorkle saying right there.
That's that's funny.
That is definitely a Scott McCorkle thing. But I mean, like I said, would I like Giannis? Yes. But is it causing me to trade my whole depth? No. Um, again, we've been very big proponents of the show is you don't trade your depth for one guy. It doesn't matter how talented the one guy is, because again,
Yep.
when it comes to it, why are you going to do that? Because here's what people don't understand. When it comes to the playoffs, sometimes you're on fumes. And for those that are saying they need to shorten the NBA season, well, what kind of intestinal fortitude do you have? Because, and I hate to keep going back to this, but you think Bird and Magic and Russell and all those guys are talking about short the season? No, they were men. When it was time to play, you played. Didn't matter how tired you was, but again, that's the difference between this current NBA and the NBA that we grew up watching. Did you guys notice that Samsung TV has a free NFL channel that plays NFL games? Well, most smart TVs have an NFL channel. Um, like for example, on my Roku, there's a HBO boxing channel to where I can watch old classic HBO fights, and don't think I haven't been. So, yeah, I mean most smart TVs or most TVs that have like a Roku or things like that, they have channels like that to where you can watch throwback games in any sport. So uh, there's that right there. So no wonder they're stretching his contract. Makes a lot of sense.
Hmm.
Makes a whole hell of a lot of sense. All right, so Alex Verdugo got designated for assignment by the Braves. Heck, if I'm the Giants, I might take a flyer on him, but that's just one man's opinion because they can use some help.
They can use
Yeah,
help everywhere.
that they can. Um, our oldest Chapman got his 350 career save for the Red Sox.
Good for
Um,
him.
and a fan favorite. He was only a Giant for 1 year, but he was very fun to watch in that 1 year. But a very
Kevin Pillar.
stellar 13-year career for Kevin Pillar as he announces his retirement. Um, He originally planned to retire, but signed a minor league deal. Um, so I mean, great career, 13 years. Most of his years came with the Blue Jays. California native. Um, was a very fantastic defender. Certainly will be missed, but won't surprise me to see him on the coaching staff this year.
Oh,
Um,
without a doubt.
but the great Kevin Pillar, calling it a career, mainly with the Blue Jays, Angels, Mets, Giants, Rangers, and I want to say he was possibly at
Toronto? Did you say Toronto?
Toronto. Oh, he was also a White Sox. Totally forgot about that. He was a Chicago White Sox. Um, when you play for a lot of teams, that's what normally happens. But
Yeah.
like I said, he was certainly fun to watch that one year as a Giant. Actually, I think he won the William McCovey Award in his one season in San Francisco, if I'm not mistaken. And let me scroll. Let me scroll. That was perhaps the one Farhan contract signing that I did like of his, and there wasn't much that I
Right.
liked.
Correct. Absolutely.
Yes, he did win the Willie Mack Award. Yes, so he won the Willie Mack Award. Um, yeah,
Given that it was his only year there as a Giant, so
yeah,
that tells you
yeah.
something.
So here is the rundown for Pilar. Obviously, he'll be mostly remembered as a Blue Jay, which he played there from 2013 to 2019. Helped the Blue Jays make the playoffs multiple times. Got to the ALCS in 2015 with the Blue Jays. Of course, they lost to the eventual world champions, the Royals. Obviously, the Blue Jays made the playoffs in 2014 also. Was the Giants for 1 year, Red Sox in 2020, Rockies in 2020, played for the Mets in 2021, played for the Dodgers in 2022, played for the Braves in 23 and 24, spent last season with the White Sox and the Angels, and of course, was with the Rangers in 2025. Had a very good, stellar NCAA career as he played in Division II college baseball. Now, who did he play for in college? Okay, so yes, he played for California State University in Dominguez Hills and Carson, um, and was an All-American center fielder. Set the NC2A division record with a 54-game hitting streak, and is the career's leading batting average of the career batting average of 367, which helped him get drafted by the Blue Jays in 2011. So there you go. So want to pay tribute to the great career of Kevin Pillar.
Yes, indeed.
Let's see, is there any more NFL news as training camp is vastly starting to approach here? More news, more news, more news. Oh, that's not good.
Uh-oh.
Bills' first round pick Maxwell Harrison is accused of sexual assault in 2021 at the University of Kentucky. Oh boy. That's not good. And Darren Waller decides to come out of retirement and trade to the Miami Dolphins. That is very, very interesting. People are still trying to trade for TJ Watt, but you have to think that TJ Watt's going to end up back in Pittsburgh. It would be hard for us to think that.
Definitely agree.
Apparently, Diameter Lenore, what the heck? Why are you going to get arrested in LA for doing some dumb stuff? Justin Tucker gets, luckily, Brandon, stop it. Even though Tyreek Hill is small enough to probably fit in that bag, but stop it. Stop it, stop it, stop it. Scrolling through, Justin Tucker will get 10 games. The Bengals and the county reach a $470 million deal to renovate Paycor Stadium, of course, originally known as Paul Brown Stadium, that opened up back in 2000. And that will keep them in Cincinnati for the next 11 years. So the county will contribute $350 million, and the Bengals will pay $120 million. So they're going to improve the club lounges, stadium suites, concessions, and scoreboard. Now, see, here's what I don't understand with these stadium renovations. Why are you still getting taxpayers to help pay for renovations in the damn stadium? Like,
shouldn't renovations just come from the team?
Yes. Like, okay. Paul
We helped
Brown.
we helped you build the stadium.
Yeah, okay. The Maratish family, the Brown family, the Rooney family, the Davis family. Okay. They are one of the few families that their businesses are strictly football. They don't come from tech companies, or they're not in the oil business or
All
whatever have you,
football.
like most NFL owners are. Okay. However, I'm still not understanding how you're an NFL owner of an NFL team, and yet you're still asking your state's county taxpayers to help pay for renovations. I will never understand that. Okay. Okay. My taxpayer money it has already gone enough to paying that same, to which Mizzle thanks me every freaking day for for doing that. But I will say this: if they're making renovations, Mark, you own the Aces. You have enough money to pay for renovations to Allegiant Stadium, even though at the moment Allegiant really needs no
Nothing.
no what is the word I'm looking for?
Renovation.
Yeah, renovations. It does not need any, because it's like I said, KB. When you ever make the trip over, you got to go take the stadium tour. You will enjoy it. Let me tell you, it really is state of the art. But yeah, I think we have covered all we needed to cover for now. As we said, training camp is coming up. Again, please don't forget to check out the Mizzle and Dub Shopify store to purchase your Rail Mason memorial gear, which again, all proceeds go to our nephew, Mr. Declan Mason. Mizzle and Dub Show does not get any of that. All that goes to him. There you see it. The link is on your screen. But again, there also is some very good gear that wear. If you want to model like Mizzle is with the Night Owl shirts, which I have to go get mine. Which eventually, all this week, I'll start buying my merch because I need some more. And plus, Mom wants her Animation Sons shirt that she wants, so
Gotta get that done.
Gotta get that for her so she can stop bugging me about it. But however, we will have our 5th year anniversary show. It possibly could be tonight, possibly could be this weekend, but we will have a 5-year anniversary show. And EJ, when you get a minute, if you can make a nice banner like you did for our 300th episode, be greatly appreciated. But again, those that have reached out with prayers and condolences, again, greatly appreciated. Keep the prayers coming, because Lord knows we need them more than you know. But gonna take a quick time out because I got to be back in about less than an hour to do the other side of the ball, and talk about the A's NFL offseason and give my thoughts on the championship game, since I was not there last weekend and all that good stuff. But yeah, appreciate everybody for coming on with us on this late afternoon, early evening edition, as we want to talk about free agency in the NBA and crown all the champions that were champions in our absence. But in the meantime, for Mizzle, I'm Dub. We say thank you for watching, and it is 5 o'clock some damn where, and back to the Batcave and the Fortress of Solitude as we know it to be. But by the way, Ball Arena, very good movie. By the way, F1, very damn good movie.
Ain't seen it yet.
So go watch it. I have more faith in the Fantastic Four movie than I do the Superman movie.
Oh, 100%.
Like I said, I am going to watch Superman, not having high expectations, because I am a fan of what the character of Kal-El stands for. I just don't know if I can trust James Gunn to bring that out of Kal-El in this particular Kal-El movie.
What he said.
But what do I know? I know not a damn thing. Anyhow, it's 5 o'clock some damn where, and you've been watching The Mizzle and Dub Show. Oh, by the way, nephew. Last year of you having to worry about no bills before you become an adult. Enjoy it. Because once you turn 18, it is all over. Anyhow, happy belated. And hi, sis. And, oh, well, I was... Her arm got on the camera, so I'm just saying hi. Anyhow, and also to Little Big Debo, happy 14th birthday.
Yes.
Enjoy your day. But anyways, Mizzle's got to go be a husband. I'm going to go get ready for the other side of the ball. We'll catch you on the next show. Yeet.